That being said, here are the top 5 reasons why your band shouldn't use backing tracks. What's going on, everybody? My name is Adam. Welcome to the channel. Last week I made a video about why your band should consider using backing tracks, and it was really popular and was generally well received. Like, really well received. That being said, there were some people who said that I should make a counterpoint video so that both sides of the coin get their say. Well, not to toot my own horn, but I've been called something of a master debater, so why not? Let's do it. One thing, if you're a musician looking to make better money, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you don't miss anything. So before I get into the list, I did want to note that a lot of the pushback I got about using backing tracks were not great arguments. Not you, Edwin McCain, you and I are good. If you as a player think that the opportunity to extend your solo break or having a drummer with bad internal meter disguised as feel is bringing anything to your audience, you may just be navel-gazing. Our ultimate goal as entertainers should be to appeal to the widest audience possible, and a lot of the back talk I got was purely self-indulgent. That being said, here are the top 5 reasons why your band should not use backing tracks. Reason number 1, new players or sub-musicians. Maybe you don't have a solid lineup of players at the moment, and you need some fluidity with your arrangement when a new musician is on the gig. Sometimes you get a call from a group the day of or the night before, and they need a guitar player in a bad way. COVID has really amplified this as of recent. Being able to recover when a player gets lost in the moment is a great reason to keep things simple and streamlined on stage. Reason number 2, the audience may not miss what isn't there. Small band lineups can offer amazing entertainment, and if they know how to put on a fun, energetic show and get the crowd engaged in dancing, it may not matter that there isn't a keyboard player. I know I pick on keyboard players a lot. It's a personal issue that I am dealing with. Just bear with me. I love you keyboard players, nothing personal. No joke, I've seen an acoustic duo whip an entire bar into a frenzy with nothing more than their stage presence and enthusiasm. Personally, I've played a bunch of trio gigs that don't use tracks that everybody really enjoyed. If you know how to put on a good show, you can rely on that to fill in the gaps. Reason number 3, time. Depending on your workflow, it can take a lot of prep to add backing tracks to your live show. When I started my 80s project, I probably poured over 100 hours into track preparation. Just to clarify, I was not sourcing those from the normal backing track vendors, I was building them manually, so don't get too freaked out about that number. If the band's already playing out and doing well, now may not be a great time to think about tweaking your live show. Reason number 4, resources. At minimum, getting your band on backing tracks is going to require in-ear monitors for your drummer, a device for playback, necessary cabling, and DIs for your outputs. For my band, it includes a 16-space rack with a full Ableton rig. These kinds of setups do take some time to dial in and do cost money. That money may be better spent on other things for your band. Speaking of which, if you are looking for ways to get your band to the next level, I do offer personal coaching. There's a link in the description if you want more info. Also, you're gonna have to dedicate rehearsal time to making sure the arrangements are locked in and that your band can actually keep solid time with a metronome. If you're just getting started with a project, it can be a lot of upfront investment to get something set up for backing tracks. Last but certainly not least, reason number 5, probability of failure. This is a situation that all bands who use tracks fear. More production items in your live show introduce more potential points of failure. In most cases, a track misfiring isn't a huge deal because you can just bail on it and keep playing without them. But train wrecks can happen, and they are not pretty. There's plenty of examples of backing tracks gone awry on YouTube. I think the Mariah Carey one may be the most famous. Besides that, you know, that one. But just to clarify, I am not talking about lip syncing in this video. That is a totally different situation altogether. Don't come for me. Now, while bailing on a backing track isn't a huge deal, if that computer is also changing your amp patches via MIDI or sending DMX to your lights, it can kill your gig, full stop. Now, every single professional group and even some of the amateurs roll with redundancy, but this is one of the more relatable reasons why I get bands don't want to go down that road. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 reasons why your band doesn't need backing tracks. But if I could speak to those who agree with this kind of approach for a minute, I'd like to say a couple things. Whether you agree with tracks or not, I do think every band benefits from playing to a metronome live. I've played with countless bands over the years, and I cannot say that the bands that played without a net sounded better than the bands that played to a click live. It's a really low-stakes way to instantly tighten up your band and make sure that having a good day or a bad day doesn't affect how fast you start Honky Tonk Woman. And also, can you get off your high horse about this to other musicians and bands? The idea that a band doing something that your band doesn't do is cheating makes you sound elitist, and frankly, music is not a competition. Agree or disagree, there's space in the market for all of us, and the sooner that you get on board with that, the better off everybody is. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this week. Once again, thanks for tuning in. If you dig our content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We post new videos here every single Friday. Also, if you want to support me and the channel, you can sign up for our Patreon. We have an exclusive Slack channel for members at the $5 tier, and it's filled with musicians just like you, looking to go further, faster in their music careers. Have an awesome week, and we will see you next time.